Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Primetime News with me, Michael Madimba. Once again, a reminder that if it's your first time joining us, do subscribe, hit the like button and be sure to click the bell icon to stay posted on the latest happenings locally and internationally. We begin this evening's bulletin with COVID-19 related news. The Ministry of Health and Social Services has commenced with administration of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to children aged 12 to 17 years to reduce the risk of severe illness, hospitalization and deaths due to COVID-19. Erasmus Shalihakwe compiled our first report.
A media statement issued on Monday by Executive Director in the Health Ministry Ben Nangombe said the World Health Organization's WHO Strategic Advisory Group of Experts has recommended that the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine is suitable for use by persons aged 12 and above. The same vaccine has been granted emergency use authorization by the United States of America Food and Drug Administration for use in children and adolescents 5 to 15 years and full approval for use in people aged 16 and older. Nangombe said Namibia thus decided to expand vaccination eligibility to children and adolescents aged 12 to 17 years because vaccination reduces the risk of severe illness, hospitalization and death from COVID-19. The vaccine is available and is being offered at all vaccination sites across the country.
Minister of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation, Utoni Nyoma, on Monday launched the National Occupational Safety and Health Policy and Program in efforts to protect the safety and well-being of workers to enhance productivity. Once more, Erasmus Shalihakwe compiled this report.
During the launch that took place in Windhoek, Nyoma said the overall objective of the policy is to strengthen the national occupational safety and health system and programs in order to significantly reduce and prevent work-related incidents and diseases at workplaces. He said the policy and program would introduce for the first time a systematic and structural time-bound safety and health program framework for Namibia, conferring responsibility on the ministry. With social partners and stakeholders, it will develop effective mechanisms and accelerate actions to ensure successful implementation of the first Namibia Occupational Safety and Health Policy and Program. He added that the policy also aims to establish a strong culture of prevention by promoting health and safety awareness through creating safe and healthy working environments.
Moving on to the Otjisanjupa region. The Region SWAPO Party Executive Committee on Monday suspended its chairperson and regional coordinator, Susan Hikopwa, indefinitely. Mulisa Simiasa, our Otjisanjupa-based journalist, compiled the story.
According to the party's regional treasurer, Patrick Hwahob, at a media briefing on Monday, Hipokwa has been placed on suspension indefinitely pending investigations into the allegations leveled against her. The decision to suspend Hipokwa followed a meeting held at the party regional office on the same day by members of the District Executive Committee from 6 districts out of 7 in the region. The Regional Executive Committee has accused Hipokwa of abusing her SWAPO party office powers, insubordination towards the Regional Executive Committee, and abusing party finances and property for her personal use. Hipokwa, in a telephonic interview with the Namibia Press Agency on Monday afternoon, said she was not aware of her suspension since she was in Novitoto. Selima Shimwefeleni reporting for Nampa News.
Now, shifting attention to community development. First National Bank of Namibia, FNB, through the First Rand Namibia Foundation, recently reaffirmed its commitment to change, a charity organization involved in uplifting Namibian communities with an amount of 432,600 Namibian dollars for the coming year. Shelva Wills was at the event and compiled the story.
Change contributes to economic and social development by reintegrating ex-offenders into society and offers a fashion design, tailoring program as well as business training amongst its many courses. The bank's head of commercial, mid-touch segment and clusters, Thomas Linji, in a media statement on Tuesday, applauded change efforts in providing a second chance to ex-offenders and others who want to take on the challenge of creating a new future for themselves and their families. The training, he says, helps people support themselves, which has an economic, psychological and social benefit. FNB made the commitment during the change graduation ceremony, where 7 trainees received diplomas and 16 received certificates in the fields of fashion design, tailoring and business training.
Stand by for your top roundup. In the business and economic segment tonight, we begin in the Xaras region. Pensioners at Keetmanshoop owe the municipality close to 7 million Namibian dollars in water and electricity bills. Suzette Chitaura compiled this report.
The municipality's public relations officer, Dawn Creer, in a statement on Monday said, as of the end of October 2021, the outstanding debt on the pensioners' municipal accounts stood at over 6.8 million Namibian dollars. She said the municipality is currently therefore conducting an audit on all different categories of debt, citing that the pensioners category is the one that requires serious intervention. Creer noted family members are reluctant to inform council when a pensioner is deceased due to the benefit of reduced pensioner tariffs. Council obtained a list of registered pensioners from the Ministry of Labour as well as a list of deceased pensioners from the Ministry of Home Affairs that will be used during the verification process. She said the council approved an amnesty period of 4 months from the 1st of December 2021 to the 31st of March 2022 for family members to register all deceased pensioners owning properties in Keetmanshoop. Creer said the municipality will create municipal accounts in the name of appointed executors or responsible persons appointed by the family under oath on the date of registration.
On to business news from neighboring Zambia, where the government said on Monday that reducing subsidies on fuel and electricity was inevitable in a bid to save government spending. Let's get more from Shingwa.
The reductions would be gradual in order to lessen the negative effects on people, finance and national planning, Minister Situmbeko Mukotswane said at a joint press briefing with the International Monetary Fund. The minister said the government has been spending about $67 million in subsidized fuel per month, but there would be no fuel subsidy in the 2022 national budget. He said removing subsidies will release funds for health, education and employment. International Monetary Fund Mission Chief for Zambia, Alison Holland, said key economic reform issues include re-establishing fiscal sustainability and reorienting public resources towards investing in people.
That's all from me, Michael Madimba. Stand by for your sports update with Joy Gosses. But first, the economics roundup and a look at what the weather has in store for us tomorrow across the country.
Good evening and welcome to Sport Planet. I am Joy Gosses. In tonight's segment, we commence with the English Premier League. Tottenham's plans for a busy period of games have been hurt by a coronavirus outbreak at the club. A number of first-team players and 2 members of the coaching staff tested positive, pending further PCR tests earlier today. More on this story by DBA.
With a must-win Europa Conference League game against Rennes on Thursday and then Premier League games at Brighton and Leicester, Spurs' preparations look set to be severely impacted. They saw matches against Aston Villa and Fulham called off last season due to COVID-19, while 2 players posted false positive results on a lateral flow test earlier this term, but were later cleared to play by a negative PCR test. Boss Antonio Conte will be hoping something similar happens again and that there are no more positive tests ahead of a crunch period. Calling the Rennes game off appears highly unlikely as, according to UEFA rules, a team needs to have fewer than 13 available players or no registered goalkeeper available for that to be the case. If the situation does worsen, the club could consider asking the Premier League to call off the Brighton game on Sunday. The league works on a case-by-case basis, and if a club does request a game to be postponed, it would be a Premier League board decision.
Staying with European football, Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham has been fined €40,000 for his criticism of a referee Felix Zweier after the weekend defeat by Bayern Munich, the German Football Association announced earlier today. Once more, DBA brings us this story.
Bellingham was upset Dortmund defender Mats Hummels was penalized for handball as Robert Lewandowski scored the 3-2 winner from the resulting spot kick on Saturday in the Bundesliga table topper. You give a referee that has match fixed before the biggest game in Germany. What do you expect? Bellingham said in an interview with Norwegian broadcaster Viaplay. Zweier was banned for 6 months in 2005 for his involvement in a scandal around former referee Robert Heuser fixing matches. Dortmund were also unhappy a challenge from Lucas Hernandez on captain Marco Reus in the box was not at least reviewed on video, as Zweier did in the Hummels decision.
Your sports roundup is up next. With that, we have come to the end of tonight's bulletin. A friendly reminder, please subscribe to this channel, like, share with friends and family, as well as add your comments in the comment section. Do make a date with us tomorrow for your midweek edition of Primetime News. From myself, Joy Gosses, and the entire production crew, it's good night.